And if there's one thing that you can always think about, especially as you're looking out in that grand horizon of what life is going to bring you, is that God is always pushing us. He's always pushing us. He loves us, but he's always pushing us. And in some ways, that can be intimidating, and we can feel like, gosh, this is like relentless, and I don't know, can I keep up? Am I doing the right things? But take that off the table. It gives us tremendous freedom and joy and enthusiasm that God is up there, pumped up, seeing you start to develop your own life. He is our biggest fan. He wants to rally around us. He wants us to launch ourselves in there, rattle some cages, change some things up, be willing to launch ourselves in areas that we're completely insecure of and ill-prepared for. And he is there like a loving coach and supporter, Lord, this fountain of mercy, all this stuff, because he wants us to strive. He wants us to push.
I hope we remember St. Ambrose as a place where we learn to question things and to seek the truth. But I also want to say that once you have sought the truth, you can't stop there. We need to act on the truth that we have learned. Historical memory instills in us values, but what instills action? That is the question for each one of us here. At the end of the day, these core values we share mean nothing unless we bring them with us into the next chapter of our lives. What will you bring with you?
Our education at St. Ambrose has taught us to always begin with the grammar stage, to look at what we know, to go from the known to the unknown. Then we can enter the logic stage by analyzing texts and situations, trying to discover what arguments others are making. But finally, we have learned the art of rhetoric, of making arguments that are all our own. These skills of grammar, logic, and rhetoric have been instilled in us since the beginning of our high school careers, and we will use them every day in real-world situations. Finally, throughout our St. Ambrose careers, we have learned how to develop a personal relationship with God. The daily prayer and weekly masses have taught us the importance of having a consistent prayer life. Our religion classes have helped us to know about Jesus and his teachings so that we can know Jesus himself in our own lives. We have been able to talk through difficult teachings together, ponder them in our hearts, and bring them to God until we understood them and accepted them for ourselves. And we have found others to help us on our journey and in our understanding. Favorite saints of our class include St. Jude, the patron saint of lost causes, and St. Joseph of Cupertino, the patron saint of test takers. We prayed for each other during tough times, and will continue to do so as we move on to our next chapter and all of the unknowns of next year. Thank you, Dr. Ludwig, first of all, for your witness of faith. Faith that stood strong, even when it was tested by the many heresies we accidentally came up with on a daily basis. I would like to formally apologize for probably scarring you during your first year of teaching high schoolers when we made a heresy hat that had to be worn by whoever had most recently said a heresy. Thank you, Ms. Klinkhammer, for engaging us in deep discussions every day in religion class, where we considered real-life situations that we will most likely have to face in the future. And thank you for always having an answer to our questions.